you see certain announcements, you get to wonder, what were these politicians doing all along? Am I the only one who asked this question? As you drop your answer in the comment section below, welcome to Citizen Concerned, where we remind you to beware of the comrades. I'm Katlego and would appreciate it if you subscribed to our YouTube channel, liked and shared this video with other citizens. The thing that irritates me the most is the fact that politicians don't even have to be experts in the ministries that they head. They have the right to have advisors. They have the right to hire people to help them know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. You know what I mean?
Former National Prosecuting Head, Advocate Vusi Pikoli, has been appointed as Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's special advisor. He joins us now to talk to us more about his new role. The Helen Suzman Foundation once described the people who occupy the role that you are occupying right now, that of advising the minister, and they described people like yourself as the power behind the throne. And they say with a question mark, who are special advisors? So what kind of work? What is it that you do for the minister as a special advisor?
Well, you might know that special advisors to ministers are appointed in terms of Section 12, capital A of the Public Service Act. They are not public servants, so to say, who are employed in terms of the Act. But they are there to assist the minister in formulating new policies of their portfolios, reviewing certain policies, establishing new ones, with a view of ensuring that their departments function according to the mandate that they have been given.
Yeah.
It is therefore more involved at a strategic level for the ministers.
So you are going to be advising the minister on strategic matters. So
why have they not been using those experts to help them run the country well all this time? Now in 2024, after the GNU comes into the picture, you see an announcement like this one.
A multidisciplinary team of Department of Employment and Labour inspectors led an integrated national blitz of the hospitality sector, targeting restaurants. Why? Well, the Department of Employment and Labour's chief inspector for occupational health and safety said restaurants, in particular, were becoming a problem sector.
Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see the raids happening, but I can't not wonder, what were they doing all along? Each and every week now we are hearing of restaurants and companies being raided by the Department of Labour. And most of the time that they go there, they're finding more and more illegal foreigners.
In South Africa, authorities have arrested 81 undocumented foreigners from various establishments, mainly restaurants, for working without proper documentation. Now, in some cases, owners of the establishments were also apprehended for breaking the law and employing undocumented foreigners, exploiting employees and not paying them the minimum wage as stipulated by law. The arrest is followed after Department of Employment and Labour, alongside Home Affairs and law enforcement agencies, recently conducted nationwide inspections in the hospitality sector for not following proper employment and labour law.
There's a foreigner here, there's a foreigner there. Why is it all happening now? Because they don't want to be embarrassed by the rest of the ministers who are not ANC, maybe?
However, when it comes to the issue of restaurants and how the issues have come to be, there's a number of issues that are being flouted there. One of them is that some of the employees, some of the complaints that are coming is that those workers, they are forced to work overtime. Yes. Sometimes that overtime is not paid. Number two, they are forced to work, have to buy the uniform by themselves. And again, that's not legal. But also another point when it comes to Basic Conditions of Employment Act is to ensure that the employer also finds a right way to express some of the provisions that are there on the law in practice.
Finally, we are seeing raids in these workplaces.
3 people have been arrested during a Labour Department raid in Bronkhorstspruit. This is related to 2 undocumented workers and an employer who were arrested during the searches on 3 farms in the area.
This is a developing story, of course. Labour Department inspectors are conducting raids in Polokwane. They are checking outlets that are contravening labour regulations.
The Department of Employment and Labour has just finished its briefing on recent inspections across the country. More than 2,500 establishments have been raided over 4 days. Officials have imposed penalties worth more than 10 million rand.
This is a big deal. For some reason, we are now seeing them seemingly doing their jobs. They even announced that they are hiring thousands of inspectors. The question still remains, why now? I mean, the Labour Department is not a new department. It has been in South Africa for many years. And the fact that they are talking about hiring not 1, not 10, not 1,000, but thousands of labour inspectors shows you that these ANC people have not been hiring the labour inspectors that are needed to keep the country in check.
The other problem we've got, of course, is that there are only 2,000 inspectors and we've probably got about 1 million businesses in the country. And on top of it, those inspectors aren't properly capacitated. I speak to inspectors every day from the Department of Employment and Labour. Most of them don't have vehicles, they don't have laptops, some of them don't get proper training, and some can't even get to work and do their admin work. People are overworked, underpaid, and unfortunately the inspectorate needs to be properly capacitated. I'm hoping that the department looks to proper funding for its inspectors, because it's all very well having fancy labour laws in the country, but if you've got no one to enforce it, then you've got a real problem. And the minister said so. She said she hopes to see it more often, not only where she goes. So that what happens is that the department find out where the minister's going to visit. They then have a blitz. That makes news. And everyone thinks that this is fine. Things are going well in the country. Well, that's not the case. And the minister obviously has now got an inkling of that, that the people have these big blitzes, make a big splash, and somehow it's not sustainable. Then they don't come back to that area for the next 6 months or next year. And that's been my problem. I've been complaining about the under-resourced inspectorate now for 10 years. We need to actually have proper inspectors who are able to actually keep ongoing.
Imagine these people, understaffed and not well equipped. And yet the ANC ministers have been roaming around with several bodyguards, blue light cars, staying in fancy homes that they don't pay for. But the people responsible for doing the job don't get the required assistance and resources. And then when labour inspectors get bribed, we start to wonder, what is going on? Why are they getting bribed? Why are these Kasatis and Nahabus not toying about this nonsense?
Things are on the move in Bronkhorstspruit, east of Pretoria. Government authorities there are taking action on suspected businesses in terms of breaking labour laws.
Okay, are you surprised though by this raid? Are you surprised that Labour is here, police is here, Home Affairs is here? Are you shocked by this?
I'm shocked because you guys here without any...
But if you have nothing to hide, why are you surprised? Just take us through here. Do you have something to hide?
You can go anywhere you want. You can go anywhere you want.
How long have you been operating?
Eh?
How long have you been operating here?
We started here 2010.
2010?
Yeah.
But usually the practice that I talk to 1 or 2 employees before I engage officially, because it's very important to also get the side of employees. But maybe I should also indicate that we'll also engage with your employees. But my name is Advocate Michael Msizwa, the Gauteng Chief Inspector. And Gauteng is a province. We are one of the provinces here in the Republic of South Africa.
Finally, people are doing their jobs. We all know that there are foreigners in many hotels, restaurants, and construction projects. This is something that is obvious, and instead of inspecting during the day only, they should also inspect during the night for the night shift workers. And after that raid, we should not then focus on only removing these illegal people from the workplace and getting them unemployed. We need to make sure the Department of Home Affairs is also deporting. Thousands of entities have been found to be doing wrong. Now, Mr. Home Affairs Minister, we need to hear about the deportations. Where are these people that have been removed from all these companies ending up? Instead of hearing about deportations, we see stuff like this. Civil rights courts in South Africa. Yeah, ne? ANC has really messed South Africa up, Shem. The labor inspectors are too few. The labor inspectors that are there are not well equipped. Foreigners have rights that allow them to not be deported if they say they're applying for asylum. Those foreigners who want to be legal encounter inefficiencies at the Home Affairs.
Irene Mbaki hasn't been home in 12 years. She's from the Democratic Republic of Congo. She fled to South Africa. She first applied for asylum in 2011 and has had 18 extensions on her application. She's a recognized asylum seeker, but still has not obtained full refugee status. The bureaucracy is confusing and frustrating.
Hospitals are overcrowded. Schools are overcrowded. ANC, ANC, ANC. Guys, these ANC people have been sleeping on the job and the signs are everywhere. They're trying to convince us that they're doing great through these announcements of what they're doing now. But the question remains, what were they doing all this time? Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please join the channel membership if you can, or donate to support the work we do. I'm Katlego. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.